Hi everyone, welcome to week 6. I can't believe how quickly this course flew by. So I'd like to start the last announcement for the class just saying thank you to all of you, how much I've enjoyed learning with you. Our discussions have been wonderful. For the most part, this class has been outstanding with getting assignments in on time or being in touch with me if anything was getting in the way. So I really do appreciate all of your level of professionalism and being scholarly. It's really much appreciated. I'd also like to ask you to please make sure that you fill out your course evaluation. Like I said in my written announcement, just like I give you feedback on all your assignments each week, I need feedback as well so I can have that cycle of continuous improvement with my work too as I continue teaching. So if you could please take a few minutes of your time and answer and complete the survey. As you probably already know, it's anonymous. Please say what's ever on your mind, whatever you can say to be constructive, I would really appreciate. In week 5, I again appreciated all of your responses. I loved hearing about how you would intervene with sort of less problematic behaviors. I heard, we all heard a lot about ignoring and redirection, which those can be underused, especially ignoring. If nobody's going to get hurt and it's a behavior that is attention seeking, if you can ignore it, you will extinguish it. The one caution I have for you is when you start ignoring behavior, sometimes the behavior will get worse. Most often will get worse before it gets better. Because if whatever the behavior was got the desired effect, attention seeking in this case, not that children consciously think this, but I used to, just yell a little bit and I got attention. Maybe they didn't hear me, so I'm going to yell even louder. It's always worked before. So when you are using interventions, and this goes for all kinds of interventions, you have to make sure that you try them over a little bit of time, that using an intervention once or twice or for a couple of days is really not enough to know if it's going to be an effective intervention. That being said, you also have to know when something after, you've done it for 3 weeks, a month, it's not working, going back to the drawing board and coming up with another intervention that might work better. So we're on our last week. This week you have mini case studies. So you're going to pick 2 of the case studies and write a paper that answers the questions in the scenarios that you've chosen. There are 4. You pick 2 of the 4, and then actually, you can do a paper or you can do a presentation with voiceovers. I think those of you that have done them thus far, they have been fabulous. Use at least 4 learning sources, and that can include your textbook. Be sure that you look at the criteria for success and follow it carefully. This is a 100-point assignment. And our discussion this week is going to be a little bit about mindfulness. Why is mindfulness important in an early childhood classroom? And some examples of what you can do to encourage the practice of mindfulness with children, and also what you can do for yourself with regard to mindfulness. Okay. And lastly, your very final assignment is I want you to develop a presentation that you could use at a family night, whether if you're working in a program already or if it's something that you're aspiring to, hang on to it. Something that you could use to help families understand what punishment is, what positive guidance is, and how their actions can influence positive child behaviors. And I know that I've asked you a lot of those kinds of questions in the discussions. Now it's time to put together everything you've learned and be able to express it to somebody else about positive child guidance. So I'm really looking forward to seeing those presentations. It does say you can choose to do an APA paper or presentation under the criteria for success. Please know that it really is a presentation for this this assignment. The criteria for success are general and they get carried from assignment to assignment, but this is a presentation assignment. I hope all of you have enjoyed this class. I certainly have. As always, I'm available if you need to ask me any questions. Just send me an email and I will get back to you usually within an hour, if not within the day. And the other thing to know is there are no late assignments allowed for week 6. That's because I do have to get my grades over to the registrar. So please make sure you get everything in by next Saturday or this coming Saturday at midnight. I'm looking forward to our final discussion, and I hope to see some of you again in another course. That would be awesome. Take care. Have a great week.